Starters are in behind the gate for the opener. First of 8 tonight. Come Home Star with Phil Hodgson. Newco's Typhoon, Sam Hodgen. Last Wind Down, Steve Mason. Grey Gust with Mike Campbell. Here they come, and away they go. Come Home Star quickly gets out to the front. Last Wind Down will travel in the pocket in the early stages. Newco's Typhoon is in third, and the trailer Grey Gust as they pace round the stretch and pass the opening half-mile station. Come Home Star is trying to make it 2 wins in a row and will lead them down the backstretch for the opening quarter-mile marker. Last Wind Down is next, then Newco's Typhoon in third, and Grey Gust the trailer. And they were past the opening quarter. Hodgson had Come Home Star past that marker in 30 and 4. They'll go round the barn turn for the first time. Come Home Star. Last Wind Down is second, then Newco's Typhoon and Grey Gust, and they stay in single file past 3/8, and they'll pass in front of us on their way to the opening half-mile marker with Come Home Star on the top. Moving next, it's Last Wind Down, then Newco's Typhoon and Grey Gust, and they will reach the half and go by that marker with Come Home Star continuing to lead it in 1:03 and 3. On round the barn turn, make that 5/8 turn as Come Home Star leads it a length and a half, maybe 2 at this point. Last Wind Down is in second, then Newco's Typhoon and Grey Gust from the rear of the field tries to make a move, and they head down the backstretch for the final time. There goes Grey Gust from the rear of the field, now fourth, now third, and will chase after those leaders, including Come Home Star, the leader that takes them by 3/4 in 1:34 and 3. Grey Gust now is second. Last Wind Down third, and Newco's Typhoon moves to the outside from the rear of the field with just over 1/8 of a mile left to go. Come Home Star and Grey Gust on the outside. Newco's Typhoon and Last Wind Down as they come for the line. Grey Gust, Last Wind Down on the outside of the track. Grey Gust is going to get it very close on the inside over Last Wind Down, and the time for the mile was 2:04 4/5. Parading back to the wire, Grey Gust is victorious here in the Bank of Nova Scotia pace to begin tonight's 8- program, owned by Liz Clark, Ron Roy, and Peter Clark. Bred by Don Phillips of Richmond PEI and trained and driven to victory by Mike Campbell. It's the 3rd win of the season for the filly, daughter of Largo, victorious tonight in 2:04 and 4. Thanks to our friends at the Bank of Nova Scotia for participating in Freck's Week harness racing. 2:04 and 4 the finish time for your winner, the favorite, Grey Gust. Second race, we have a field of 7. Night Runner with Sam Hodgen. Nick Down, Steve Mason. A Work of Heart, Mark Haig. Greyland Bad Girl, Stephen Treitz. And we have a recall here in race 2. Recall light. They're back in behind the gate for the restart of the second race. Night Runner with Sam Hodgen. Nick Down, Steve Mason. A Work of Heart with Mark Haig. Greyland Bad Girl with Stephen Treitz. Money Hustler, Gilles Berriot. Percy Challenge on the outside with Todd Treitz, and the trailing horse Franco Croupier with Jeff Lilly. Here they come. They're off and pacing. On their way for the opening 8th, Greyland Bad Girl leaves out of there quickly. A Work of Heart has made her way to the cones. And on the outside, Percy Challenge is digging in. That one in third spot as they go on for the 8th and past that post now. They'll head down the backstretch for the first time with Greyland Bad Girl showing the way. Percy Challenge up on the outside and now at the leader's wheel. A Work of Heart is in third. Then it's Money Hustler fourth as they go past the opening quarter, and they got by that marker in a brisk 29 and 1. And continuing to lead it, that is Greyland Bad Girl. Moving in second, Percy Challenge. Then A Work of Heart is third. They'll come to the 3/8 mile station, and they'll pass in front of us for the first time on their way to the opening half-mile marker. Percy Challenge looking to close the gap, but the leader continues to be A Work of Heart, or check that, Percy Challenge on top over Greyland Bad Girl. Franco Croupier is up to third now, then it's A Work of Heart next. Moving in fifth is Nick Down. Sixth, Money Hustler, and the trailer is Night Runner as they go past the half in 59 and 4. And Percy Challenge continues to lead it past the 5/8. They'll head down the back stretch for the final time. Percy Challenge and Greyland Bad Girl. 3 wide move from Nick Down as they go on for 3/4. And following right behind that one is Night Runner, closing the gap from fourth. A Work of Heart is next. Then Franco Croupier and Money Hustler is the trailer, 3/4 in 1:31 and 2. Rounding the barn turn final time. Percy Challenge continues to show the way with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. It is still Percy Challenge. They come off the top of the turn racing for the payoff. Night Runner is second. And they come down the lane. Night Runner taking over top spot over Percy Challenge. Far outside is A Work of Heart, and Night Runner got it over Percy Challenge and A Work of Heart. Time for the mile, 2:02 3/5. Here is your winner of tonight's second race. It's the number 1, Night Runner. 4-year-old son of intrepid Sealster from the life sign Mare Sign Runner, bred by Sealster Farms of Lucan, Ontario, owned and trained by Chester Eatman of Burt's Corner, catch driven to victory tonight by Sam Hodgin. It is the first career win for the 4-year-old, and it comes tonight over the off-track in a time of 2:02 and 3. He receives the cooler symbolic of the Carl and Pauline Kale pace. Congratulations, Chester Eatman, Sam Hodgin, and number 1, Night Runner. Mario, Robert R. Robert, Todd Trites, Dusty Lane Eli, Mark Haig, Shark Made Him with Jeff Lilly, and Nicole's Baby with Philip Hodgson. Gate is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Cholito Hanover goes for and grabs the early lead over Robert R. Robert. Then it's Dusty Lane Eli next. Shark Made Him. And the trailer Nicole's Baby as they go round the 8th mile turn in program order and in single file at this point in time. On their way to the opening quarter, Barrio has got Cholito Hanover on top by 3. Moving next, it's Robert R. Robert. Racing next up in third position, that is Dusty Lane Eli. Racing in fourth, Lily has Shark Made Him, and Nicole's Baby is the trailer past the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Round the barn turn first time, and Cholito Hanover continues to lead by a comfortable margin. Got it over Robert R. Robert. And next up is Dusty Lane Eli. Shark Made Him fourth, Nicole's Baby fifth. Coming off the top of the turn, they'll pass in front of us for the first time on the way to the half. Cholito Hanover continues to show the way. Robert R. Robert, then Dusty Lane Eli. Nicole's Baby is the first to make a move on the outside and now in fourth, and Shark Made Him is fifth. The half in 1:01 and 1. Cholito Hanover continues to cruise on top as they go past the 5/8 mile station. Robert R. Robert is next. Then in third, that is Dusty Lane Eli. Nicole's Baby in fourth, and Shark Made Him as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Chilito Hanover continues to lead it and takes them past 3/4 over Robert R. Robert in 1:31 and 3. Round the barn turn, final time with Chilito Hanover. Robert R. Robert working hard to dig into that deficit, and moving in third is Dusty Lane Eli. And they come off the top of the turn. Those three really contesting for the win, and it is Robert R. Robert now taking over and cruising right on past. Robert R. Robert has got it over Chilito Hanover and Dusty Lane Eli. The show spot, the time for the mile, 2:01. Here is your winner of tonight's third race. It's number 2, Robert R. Robert. Bred by Robert Walker of Chrysler, Ontario. Owned by Nathalie Mignot and Eric Deschamplain of Saint-Donat, Quebec. Nathalie is the trainer. Todd Treitz is the winning driver in this spot. Third win of the season for the 10-year-old son of Albert from the Raven Hanover mare, Raven's Dream. Paces the mile in 2:01. To take the cooler, sponsored by Sure Gain Feeds and Needs. Congratulations, Nathalie Mignot and Eric Deschamplain, along with catch driver Todd Treitz. Number 2, Robert R. Robert wins the third race. Field is in behind the gate for tonight's fourth race. Sponsored by Fisk's Horse Care Products, we have a field of 8. Contact Jones, Sam Hodgen. Dainty Down with Steve Mason. Windermere's Glory, Robert Dinning. All-American Dazzle with Todd Treitz. Mackenzie Kate, Mark Haig. Milt, Stephen Treitz. Flight of the Phoenix, Lonnie Stokes. And Basin View Brad with Jeff Lilly. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Windermere's Glory is busting off the wings of the gate in an attempt to get that top spot. Inside, that is Dainty Down, trying to contest it as well. Moving up quickly, All-American Dazzle is now second and is challenging for the front as they go past the opening 8th mile marker and head down the backstretch for the opening quarter. All-American Dazzle now with a nose on top. Ahead of Windermere's Glory, Dainty Down in third. Then racing in fourth position, that is Basin View Brad as they go past the quarter in 29 and 4. Contact Jones races in fifth spot. Flight of the Phoenix is next, then Mackenzie Kate as they go round the barn turn for the first time on their way to the 3/8 mile marker, and continuing to show the way is All-American Dazzle. They'll pace in front of us for the first time on their way to the half with All-American Dazzle on top. The favorite is cutting the numbers as they come for the opening half-mile marker. There goes Basin View Brad to the outside with Windermere's Glory in third position. Dainty Down next. Contact Jones is in fifth spot. Then Milt has come up the cones to get into sixth as they were past the half in 1:01 and 2. And they'll go by the 5/8 now and head down the back stretch for the final time. Continuing to show the way, All-American Dazzle. Basin View Brad is nose to nose with the leader. Then racing in third spot is Windermere's Glory. Dainty Down is next on the outside. Contact Jones as they go by 3/4 in 1:32 and 2. Round the barn turn, final time. And continuing to show the way. Now taking over from All-American Dazzle. That one is back to the outside and will try to make it a give and go with an 1/8 of a mile remaining. On down the stretch they come for home. All-American Dazzle is on the lead and will coast away from the contenders, and those include Basin View Brad. All-American Dazzle got the win over Basin View Brad, and Windermere's Glory picked up third spot. Time for the mile, 2:04, 2/5. Here's your winner of tonight's fourth race and receiving the cooler, sponsored by Fisk's Horse Care Products. It's number 4, All-American Dazzle. Owned by Linda Vautour and Wayne Watson of St. John. Andrew Ward is the winning trainer. Todd Treitz, the winning driver, and it's the first win of the season for this 5-year-old son of Grin from ear to ear. Time for the mile tonight, 2:04 and 2 for number 4, All-American Dazzle. Field is in behind the gate for race number 5, the Bulletproof Solutions Pace. Elm Grove Bandit with Lonnie Stokes. National Angus, Mark Haig. Longworth Legacy, Stephen Treitz. Dream of Riches, Gilles Berriot. Sammy's Big Guy with Todd Treitz. PH Catman with Robert Dinning. Gate is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the middle of the track. Longworth Legacy goes for it against Elm Grove Bandit. And Dream of Riches is also making a move in the early stages. That one settles in along the cones in third spot. But those two leaders are not content to move without a challenge. And on the outside, Longworth Legacy now will take back to the cones with the leader being Elm Grove Bandit. And that one will take them past the opening quarter. Stokes has Elm Grove Bandit on the go. Longworth Legacy in second position. Then it's Dream of Riches third as they were past the opening quarter in 29 and 1/5. Then they go around that barn turn for the first time on the way to 3/8. Elm Grove Bandit, the speedster, is up front, and they'll pass in front of us for the first time on the way to the half. Tucked into the pocket neatly was Longworth Legacy, and up on the outside now, Dream of Riches is the first one to make a move on the outside, and he's at the leader's wheel quickly. National Angus moves up to 4th, then it's Sammy's Big Guy, and the trailer PH Catman as the field was past the half in 1:01 on round that 5/8 turn. Continuing to lead it, Elm Grove Bandit. On the outside, moving right along, Dream of Riches now shows a nose in front on the outside. They'll head down the backside for the final time. Dream of Riches now clears to the lead. Elm Grove Bandit is in second as they're on their way to 3/4, and they're past that post with Berriot. And Dream of Riches leading them there in 1:31.2. Round the barn turn for the final time. Dream of Riches continues to show the way. National Angus is up there to challenge as well. And that pack of 6 is stacking up quickly with inside of 1/8 of a mile left to go. National Angus on the outside of the racetrack. Dream of Riches on the cones far outside. Looks like Sammy's Big Guy as they're coming for the wire. National Angus got that win. Sammy's Big Guy second, close for show between PH Catman and Dream of Riches. And the time for the mile, 2:03 2/5. Here's your winner of tonight's 5th race. Number 2, National Angus. Bred by the Angus Farms of Bedford, Quebec, owned by Gilles Berube of Price, Quebec. Gilles is the trainer. Mark Haig is the catch driver. Second win of the season in the 9th start this year. For the 10-year-old son of Object Lesson, he's from the Colt 46 mare, Snuggles, Hanover. Wins the Bulletproof Solutions Pace in a time of 2:03 and 2. Driver Mark Haig with number 2, National Angus. Results of race number 5 are official. Elm Grove Bandit was 5th. National Angus, your race winner. Longworth Legacy, 6th. Field is in behind the gate for race number 6. Quick Drummer with Stephen Treitz. Found Wanting, Todd Treitz. Quality of Money, Lonnie Stokes. $1 Million Jewel, Gilles Berriot. Julie's Tempo with Robert Dinning. Provoke Me, Sam Hodgen. Coco Rose, Jeff Lilly. Gate is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the far outside. Julie's Tempo looks to bid for the lead against Quick Drummer. And that one is quickest of all off the wings of the gate as they go on round the turn. Quick Drummer will show the way, and they're on their way to the opening 8th mile station. Quality of Money is settling in second. Then it's Provoke Me in third as they go down the backstretch for the opening quarter. And moving quickly on the outside, Julie's Tempo. Now fourth, now third, and she'll be up to challenge those leaders past the opening quarter. And Quick Drummer had them past that marker in 29 and 4. Rounding the barn turn for the first time. Quick Drummer shows the way. Julie's Tempo now at the leader's wheel as they come round that turn past the 3/8 mile marker. Several of them on the outside now with lots of action taking place as they pass in front of us on their way to the opening half-mile station. And a new leader with a neck in front. That is Julie's Tempo on the outside of Quick Drummer. Provoke Me moving with cover. Then racing next, it's Quality of Money as they were past the half in a minute and 1/5. Round the barn turn, 4 5/8 up next, and that is Julie's Tempo continuing to show the way. Up on the outside, Provoke Me has come to second, and then Quick Drummer is in third spot as they go for the 3/4, and they'll head for that marker next. Dinning has the leader, Julie's Tempo, up by 2 lengths and got the 3/4 mile station in a time of 1:31 and 3. Julie's Tempo continues to show the way. And $1 Million Jewel is making a move on the outside now at the leader's wheel as they come to the 7/8 mile marker. They'll pace down the stretch for home. Julie's Tempo trying to fend off those challengers. $1 Million Jewel is one of them, and they're coming towards the line. And we've got lots of action on the outside of the track. $1 Million Jewel's going to win it over Found Wanting. And in for third spot looked like Quality of Money. The time for the mile, 2:04 2/5. It's the winner of the Ned Linden Memorial Pace. The cooler being donated by the Campbell family of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, including Ned's sister Millicent, her husband Larry, his nephew Richard and wife Jacinta, great-nephew Brent, his nephew Scott, wife Bev, and children Craig and Jenny. Thanks from Richard Campbell for the race in the memory of Ned Linden this evening. Longtime blacksmith and horseman here at the track. Fitting to have the DeCourcy-owned horse winning here in this spot. It's the second victory of the season for the 4-year-old daughter of $1 Million Cam. From the Village Jasper mare, Immortal Jewel. Stefan and Colin DeCourcy, the owners here in Fredericton. Stefan trains and Gilles Berriot picks up the catch-driving win. Time for the mile tonight, 2:04 and 2. Number 4, $1 Million Jewel, winner of the Ned Linden Memorial Pace. Field is in behind the gate for tonight's feature race, the Williams Seafood Pace. Hijinks Benka with Robert Dinning. Man in Pink, Wayne Hubbard. I Got a Rocket, Mike Campbell. 7 Signs with Lonnie Stokes. And the outside, Magnetic Benka for Gilles Berriot. Here they come. They're off and pacing. From the outside, Magnetic Benka looking for the top against Hijinks Benka. And 7 Signs is in between them. He'll mix it up a little bit as well as they go for the opening 8th mile station. And off stride at the cones went Hijinks Benka. So those 2 that were outside of him will settle in for a bit of a dogfight now. And on the outside, Magnetic Benka taking over against 7 Signs. Then it's Man in Pink third. I Got a Rocket is next. And back on stride, but out of contention it appears, Hijinks Benka. They were past the opening quarter in 29 and 2, and they go around the barn turn for the first time. Magnetic Benka continues to show the way. 7 Signs has an eye to the outside as they come off 3/8, and they'll pass in front of us on their way to the half-mile station. Action on the outside, but not from 7 Signs. It comes from Man in Pink, and he's up to second spot now. Then I Got a Rocket is in fourth, and Hijinks Benka fifth. Half was reached in 1 minute and 2 on their way to the 5/8 mile marker. Magnetic Benka continues to cut those numbers, and Man in Pink now is back in third spot as 7 Signs has retaken second, and then it's I Got a Rocket in fourth. Hijinks Benka is out of contention as they go to the 3/4, and Magnetic Benka now clear by 3 and 4 open lengths. Man in Pink comes to the outside once again, and he'll challenge for second in there against 7 Signs. I Got a Rocket fourth with the 3/4 in 1:29 and 4 over the off track. Inside of 1/8 of a mile left to go, and Magnetic Benka for Barrio has checked out on the rest of this field. He has got that lead, and it's a comfortable one coming for the line. Magnetic Benka, the heavy favorite, gonna win it. He's got it over 7 Signs and Man in Pink. Time for the mile, 2 minutes flat. Inquiry is up. Here is your winner of tonight's feature race. Number 5, Magnetic Benka. Bred by Jeff Henniger of Truro, Nova Scotia, he is owned by Ray Fraser of Moncton. Gilles Barrio is the trainer and the driver. Back-to-back wins for Barrio here tonight. Comes with a 10-year-old son of Happy Family from the Tyler B. mare Magic Puff. 4th win of the season. Coming tonight in a quick 2 minutes over the off track. Number 5, Magnetic Benka in the Williams Seafood pace with Gilles Barrio. They're in behind the gate for the 8th and final. Sweet Georgette, Lonnie Stokes. Run Them Down, Steve Mason. The Rabbit, Robert Dinning. Olivia's Bow, Jeff Lilly. Terra Panic, Mark Haig. House of Stars, Gilles Barrio. My Bright Penny for Mike Campbell. They're off and pacing. Off stride behind the gate was Sweet Georgette. And they're off and pacing with the exception of that one, and we'll go around the 8th mile turn. Run Them Down has the lead on the inside of the track. Next up, Terra Panic on the outside is making a big move, and that one will take over top spot as they go on for the opening quarter. Terra Panic and Run Them Down. Next is House of Stars as they go on for the opening quarter-mile marker. The Rabbit has 4th spot at this point in time, and they were by the opening quarter in 29 and 3. Round the barn turn first time, and continuing to show the way is Terra Panic. They're past 3/8. Run Them Down is in second spot. House of Stars in third, and they'll pass in front of us for the first time on their way to the half-mile station. Continuing to show the way. Up top and cutting it out, it is Terra Panic. Run Them Down, third for House of Stars. Then it's The Rabbit in fourth. Next up, Olivia's Bow. My Bright Penny is next, and then Sweet Georgette with the half in 1 minute flat. Terra Panic continues to cut those numbers past the 5/8. They'll head down the backstretch for the final time. Terra Panic and Run Them Down. Next up, moving from the cones, that is a House of Stars, now second, and nose to nose with the leader as they go past the 3/4 mile marker. Barrio looking for a third in a row to wrap up tonight's program of racing, and the 3/4 was reached in 1:31. House of Stars, and in between them looks like Terra Panic and Run Them Down. As they come off the 7/8, they'll come down the stretch for the line. Continuing to try to get there, it's House of Stars, but lots of company for that one As they come for the wire, Run Them Down takes over, and Run Them Down got it over House of Stars, and the Rabbit picked up the show spot. Time for the mile, 2:01 4/5. Here's your winner of the finale this evening. The Sims Home Hardware and Building Center pace goes to number 2, Run Them Down. Bred and owned by the Downey Stables of St. John, trained and driven to victory by Steve Mason. This is a 4-year-old daughter of Largo from the Happy Paysack mare First Paysack. Third win of the campaign, and it comes tonight in a time of 2:01 4. There's your winner, Steve Mason, parading back with number 2, Run Them Down.